This video is powered by USAGundam. Visit USAGundamstore.com and enter the code JOEY10 to receive 10% off your next purchase. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Gundam Artifact kits. The reason why I kind of want to take a look at this and do an unboxing and kind of show people what this thing is USA Gundam Store is actually doing a competition revolved around these Gundam Artifact kits. Now, for more information on that itself, I would be putting a link in the description below to where you can go find out more info on this. The one main thing I can say is there are two waves of these Gundam Artifact kits, and wave 1, which is what this is part of, is going to be the only wave that is used for this competition, as wave 2 isn't quite out yet. So they are actually available for pre-order on USAGundamstore.com. So those will be available later, and I will go over in a second what kits that entails. But first, we'll go over Wave 1. So Wave 1, of course, has the High Nu, and if we look on the back here, you'll see what else that entails, which is the Rick Dios, the XS Gundam, the High Nu, of course, the Nightingale, and the Violent Custom. I hope I say that right. And, of course, me being me, I got the High Nu. And basically what these things are is basically a miniature figure that you still build like a Gunpla. So it's still got runners, not very many, but it still has runners, and it still has parts that you have to assemble. And in the end, you basically end up with a miniature for Gundam. I mentioned earlier about a Wave 2. In Wave 2, you will be able to pre-order the Full Armor Gundam, the GM Thunderbolt Edition, the Dom Tropin, the Zaku 3, and the V2 Assault Buster Gundam. But like I said, as far as time frame goes, the Wave 1 will be the ones used for this upcoming competition. Once again, I will put a link in the description below to more details on that competition. So let's get this thing cracked open, and I will go over what's in it, get it snapped up, and then we will do a little bit of size comparisons and stuff like that, so that you guys are fully prepared for if you want to get one on your own to enter into the competition, or just to have for yourself. You know what you're getting into. As for what's in the box, as you can see, you will have 4 little runners of parts done in this pale orange plastic, and a 1-sheet set of instructions. They're pretty straightforward, nothing really difficult about this build, of course, but it is nice that they include a pretty nice illustrated set of instructions to follow. These actually aren't bad, especially considering how small of a kit this is. And talking about the runners for a second, as you can see, there actually is some pretty good little molded detail in these parts. They are actually very well molded to be as small as they are. I mean, as you can see, that is the shoulder piece there, and it is smaller than my thumbnail, and my hands aren't that big. So, you have 4 little runners. Now, talking about this pale orange plastic here, I have heard that I wouldn't say loot box system, but there is like a system here where on any given kit of these waves, there is a slight chance that you can actually end up with a clear red version. I don't know how rare that is, but just keep in mind that if you get one of these, there is a slight chance when you open it that you would be surprised by a clear red version of the kit. Now, if you get that version, of course, it'll be at your discretion whether or not you actually want to paint it, but just know that there is a slight chance that you can actually end up with a clear red version of these if you're lucky. Moving on, we are going to get this thing assembled, and I'll go over how big it is and what it entails and everything like that. Alright, about 30 minutes later, I have it basically rough built. I kind of did that on purpose. I wanted to make you guys aware of what kind of cleanup was going to be involved in this. And as you can see up top here, there are quite a bit of nubs to take care of, and there are a ton of seam lines. Seam lines is going to be the biggest thing when it comes to this kit, and as you can see, it's very tiny. Um, I hope that my phone can actually, you know, handle something this small, getting the little fine details. But as you can see, I mean, it is very detailed up. It's actually impressive how much detail is actually in this little bitty thing here. Now, like I said, it is mainly fixed posed. You can move the head around and the arms up and down. The legs don't really move, but it is what it is. For something so small and to be so detailed, it's actually very impressive. This one's a little bit back heavy. As you can see with the legs and stuff like that, there is going to be definite seam line removal having to go on there. I'm probably going to end up just fixed posing mine, but if you are inclined to do so, you can definitely figure out ways, I'm sure, to put more articulation into it. The proportions for these are really, really neat. As you can see, the legs do that kind of like chicken leg thing that a lot of other mechas do and stuff like that. So the artistic style put behind these artifacts is actually really, really cool. I like the proportions, I like the look of it, and like I said, it's basically miniature sized. So let's take a look at how it scales next to a couple other things. Starting off small, here it is next to a quarter, a US quarter. And here it is next to the 1/44 scale high grade core Gundam, the actual core Gundam itself. And lastly, here it is next to the high grade 1/44 scale Moon Gundam. So as you can see, it is a very, very tiny kit. And with that, that's going to wrap up this video. I do plan on actually painting mine. I probably won't do it on camera. This thing is pretty tiny, and filming it with a cell phone is not the easiest. So I will be painting it. I'll probably post it all over my social medias and stuff like that, updates and the final, build and everything like that. But these things are so cool. They're super tiny, but they are so detailed to be that tiny. If this is something that interests you guys, you can head over to USAGundamstore.com, where Wave 1 and Wave 2 is available. Wave 2, of course, is available for pre-order. Wave 1 is available now and is going to be the ones used for the competition. That's going to do it for this episode. As always, a like and subscribe would be appreciated if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.